Back at you with another video. This particular broker in December of 2025 decided to part ways with me because of me could no longer deal with being micromanaged for every load that you do. Now, I've hauled, many loads for this broker over the years, and this particular time, it really had been the water had been getting hot to the point where it was boiling, and I just couldn't take it no more. You would book a load with them. They would say, "Oh, do you want to, you want to be tracked through MicroPoint or the app?" So I like, it don't matter, either one. So they said, "Okay, well, we'll track you through the app." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then when you go and pick the load up, or just before they see you en route, they'll call you. "What time you think you're gonna be to the pickup?" I'm like, "Well, you see me rolling, I'm en route." That's pretty explanatory. They'll still ask you, "What time you gonna be there to pick up the load?" So you go ahead and give them a time. Then, after you get loaded, as soon as you pull away from the dock, they'll come calling you. "What's your truck number? What's your trailer number?" You guys know the rules. You know the ropes. So you give them the information. You go on about your business. So you riding down the road, headed towards a delivery. 20 minutes later, here come a different agent calling, asking you the same questions. You give them the information again. You be like saying to yourself, "Dang, man, I just gave you the information. There's no reason to constantly keep calling." So you don't pay no attention. You roll along. They'll call you again. This the third time. This is a different agent again. This has been going on consistently with this broker for a while, and I just couldn't take it no more. And little did I know, on that last load that I did with them, they never told me that they banned me from the platform. It wasn't until I attempted to book another load was when I found this out. And the broker is RXO / XPO. They just bought Coyote Logistics in 2024 from UPS. A pretty big company, So it's not like they were paying outstanding rates. Their rates were always horrible. I would always have to have my line in the water like I'm fishing, waiting on the perfect one. And every now and then I used to get lucky and used to get them. But this time, man, I just couldn't deal with it no more. So all of a sudden, now that I'm no longer on their platform, I'm seeing on the load boards, all of a sudden the rates are much higher now, out of the blue. It seemed like the rates just went up after I'm no longer dealing with you. The rates just sky high. Am I pissed? You bet. But I had to chop it up and charge it to the game. These are some of the things you have to be leery of, especially us motor carriers. Regardless of how many brokers you deal with, it really does hurt to lose a broker, because you never know when you're going to need one or be in a particular area. They might be the only one with a decent one at that time. So I've been having to deal with it, and it is what it is. Maybe someday they may allow me to get back on, but in the meantime, I'm gonna keep on pushing. I ain't gonna let it get me down. But yeah, RXO micromanaged big time. 3 and 4 and 5 different agents calling you on the load. It just don't make sense when they ask you to put the information in the app. You do that, they still call you, bite to bite. I just couldn't deal with it no more. See you in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much.